Dr. Jock. This is my analysis of Mr. Rodriguez's Principal Roles article. I found this article to be quite interesting, especially since I am from Texas. And my district has an early college that's opened in 2015. I was teaching here. I had been teaching here for several years. Uh, 18 years since it when it had opened. Did find out some things I did not know, even after being in education for 27 years, about how policy for the early college high school in Texas had certain guidelines, and I was unaware that early college was actually for under served students, under served populations. I always wondered why I had students that made it into early college when I knew that they weren't very good students, they didn't make very good grades, but yet they were able to get into early college, and I can see why now because many of my students were Hispanic. And we have a very high population of Hispanics, even though we're not on the border. We're in Central Texas. So I definitely see that. And I understand now why our early college doesn't have um, interviews and essays anymore because they used to. But I saw that in the notes section at the very bottom of the article, it did state that they had to change the interview process to be a blind lottery because that's part of Texas's ECHS blueprint. So that's something I learned as well. Something that I realized I asked you the question just earlier about, I'm not going into educational leadership, but when people ask me what I'm going to do with this degree, I'd have said, I would like to become a STEM coordinator or a STEM director. And that would put me in the administrator role, which means that I would also have to be able to know policy for myself and understand it in order to be able to make some decisions and do what Mr. Rodriguez did and make sure that I know, my passions, but also listen to others and make sense of what they're needing and the economic policies and make sure I make sense of everything in the educational world to be able to make appropriate decisions based on what my passions are, but also meet the state's and district's guidelines and expectations.